Max made a very big step coming to qualifying and was clearly the quickest driver and car out there. But through qualifying, we were close. It was, again, between Ferrari, Mercedes and us, we were split by like 1 or 2 tenths every single lap that we did. But then going into Q3, I just did a perfect lap. And really, I put it all together. We made some changes. I improved on a couple areas where I was a bit weaker. Then I expected to be on pole because I was like, damn, if Max does a better lap than that, I'll be pretty disappointed because it was really one of my best laps that I've done.
I think it's been good. I mean, the whole weekend so far, in practice, I felt like we were not really the quickest out there. We were lacking a bit of balance. And then I think we again did some good steps going into qualifying, and it felt really good. Probably a bit too good in the high speed. It was quite comfortable there. Maybe we could have trimmed the car a little bit down, but that's always very easy to say afterwards.
Finally, really in the mix, and kind of breathing down the leader's neck a little bit. Whilst the gap was 3 tenths today, I think the lap wasn't perfect at the end, and I think there was the car's quite tricky. So I think there was another good couple of tenths in it, probably. So that's really positive that we have climbed up. We've got closer. We've got these new the car's been progressing with the upgrades. We've got a little bit of work to do to really finally close that gap. To be fully quicker than these guys, but hopefully tomorrow in the race we'll be better off.
Monaco, we were 20 milliseconds from P3, and that would have been a podium. In Canada, obviously pole. Here, the gap was maybe slightly bigger than we hoped. I think Lando did an exceptional job. I expected to be much closer tomorrow, and P3 and P4, which as a team is the best result on a Saturday collectively. So. I'm really excited for what's to come.
We struggled a lot. I mean, we did a really good job from yesterday to today in terms of car setup. I changed completely the car on my side because yesterday I felt really bad in the car, and today the feeling is back. However, the other side is that I'm mostly very disappointed with today because the performance is not there and we are too far away from pole from where we would like to be. So it's not a great day for the team, but tomorrow is the race, and we'll try to maximize our points. And then, as soon as the weekend is finished, try to understand why we were further away than what we thought off pole.
Not good, obviously disappointed. We had a strong practice sessions, and we were expecting to be in the fight for pole position. And immediately in Q2, once Red Bull and McLaren turned it up, we just didn't have the pace. We could sit here and argue about 300s. We would have been P3 and we would all be happy, but the reality is that no, I was expecting to fight for pole this weekend or after free practice, and to be more than 3 tenths off is a lot of lap time.
Very pleased. It was our best qualifying of the year on a track where we definitely didn't expect to be competitive, so very motivating for the whole team, both cars also in that Q3. So I told them as much as we got to understand when we underperform, when we kind of overperform, because we didn't expect it at all. We gotta find the answers why and learn from it. But for the time being, we're all very happy, and hopefully we can confirm that performance tomorrow.
Yeah, it was quite a tricky one. I think we did struggle initially. We burned through the tires a little bit too quick, and unfortunately we just didn't put it together when it mattered, which was in Q3. My lap wasn't as clean as I needed it to be on that run, so yeah, unfortunately, just not enough of a rhythm, of a pace. We're starting P11, so it's gonna be a tricky race from there, But with the penalty being P11, it's quite a difficult one.
I think very surprising and unexpected a little bit to get into Q3. We were thinking that we were going to struggle to get through Q1 really this weekend, but it was the opposite. Since we've put the car down, we were quite competitive compared to the others, and now that we are in Q3, it is reality. So it's a good thing. Happy that we've managed to progress that much.
It's been a tough weekend, to be honest. Just not being very comfortable with the car. The whole time really. Yesterday afternoon was looking a little bit more positive, and then this morning was a bit of a struggle. At certain points in qualifying it looked a little bit better, but just struggled quite a bit for whatever reason. So some things to look at now and try and make up some points tomorrow.
I mean, I'm happy with P11 because honestly our predictions were a little bit more pessimistic before qualifying, but then
I saw the times, and with half a tenth, I was like P6. So between P5 and P11 is like less than a tenth. So extremely close, as we knew. And tricky weekend. Barcelona is not our favorite track at the moment in terms of track characteristics. But as I said, we managed to qualify in 11th, just one position away from the points. So all to play tomorrow.
Compared to Montreal, we are in much better shape, and all weekend been feeling confident with the car. So yeah, now it's super close, and we made a small step, and you can see it immediately on the results. So that's good to see.
I mean, not super happy, but I feel like I left nothing out there. Produced clean laps, and I think this was our ultimate pace. And car's been okay, but also tricky at times. Yeah, we need to still work, on the high-speed balance and general grip, I think. So. Yeah, that's it.
I think it was a fight to get out of Q1, and Q2 was kind of where we were today. I think it's going to be a tough race tomorrow, from where we're starting, but we'll see, maybe a bit of rain.
Let's say happier in terms of not just purely on the results, because of course you always want to achieve better, but just like the whole weekend, since we made a change after Montreal, back to the old chassis, and then I got the confidence back. I'm able to drag the car around a lot more comfortable compared to before. So yeah, it's coming more together, and of course I wanted a bit more today, but it was not an easy session, but I'm happy it got through quite clean.
Not a clean session for us again with traffic and stuff, so would have been through with a little bit more pace, and you need to have something in the bank for those things when they happen, because I can't be the only one who had traffic. So yeah, I guess P16 we seem to have a decent race car, so I think we can fight from there tomorrow if we can pick a few on the first lap and then get into a good race from there.
The team saying package seems working as they expected, so I'm not sure it's coming from the track specific characteristic or something, but purely something we're missing throughout the week. So we tried multiple stuff that we tried to make it better, but just didn't happen. Still happy how I ended up in terms of package. I feel like we done maximum we can as a setup and everything. I know a couple of things that we could done better, but at the same time we know that it won't happen this week.
Obviously it's tough, because especially after Montreal, you're within 2/10 of pole, and here we're, I don't know how far, but a long way off. Yes, they're very different circuits, so you can't get too caught up in a race that was 2 weeks ago, but as you say, bringing updates and a lot of positive momentum.
FP3, we knew we were running a bit light on fuel, so it wasn't that good, but it was better. Let's say we finished qualifying disappointed. In terms of a feeling with the car, though, I felt good. I felt like the car felt nice to drive. Barcelona, it never suits our car. We've made a huge step from last year. Compared to last year, the car feels so much better, but there's still clearly some work to do.
It's always a tricky track for us, and we were looking through it last night. We were slower in the corners, slower down the straights, just a bit of everything. And to top it off, it's been a bit of a painful one for me and the whole team. The floors that we brought, which should have been uplifting, were actually underperforming.